Hey guys. All right, here we go. I'm gonna add some of y'all on. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. But I'm gonna tag everybody. Hello guys. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna be in that awkward stage of while I'm zoning in right now. Hold on. So y'all are probably I'm gonna be winded from talking is what's gonna happen, because we've been going the last 2 days to my sister-in-law's, and we go to the gym, but they they do like CrossFit workouts, which me and Ryan don't do CrossFit workouts. I'm tagging everyone in the team. So they do CrossFit workouts, and I died. I died yesterday. Yesterday was tough, but I died today. Like, it was cardio and legs, and my abs, I feel like you're gonna explode. I thought I was gonna throw up after I got done running. So I feel like I'm super winded just talking. So if you hear me sounding like I'm like a dying freaking whale, just understand that I'm just completely out of breath, okay? But I'm gonna stay on topic. My ADHD is not gonna get to me. I wrote out all of my notes in order. That way, anyone that does the replay, anyone that watches this, is going to go in line. I'm gonna try not to get sidetracked and stuff. So if you're on here, you're a new recruit. You are my direct new recruit. So Kathleen, Amelia, Krista, Paige, Margot, Kim, Lindsay, Brooke, I know you're on here. So I have 7 new recruits from the last 5 or 6 weeks. I know we have, 5, maybe 6 new recruits from other people. I think this video will be really good for anyone that either is in leader and doesn't, and maybe is questioning, like, how do I train my team, or like, how do I get started? I was my first recruit. What do I do? This will help with that, or it'll help, or it's mainly focused on new recruits. So you're a new recruit. How do you get started? What do you do? The steps you take. How do I become successful? It's very overwhelming when you join. You're nervous, you're anxious. Man, I keep forgetting to put my wedding ring on. I was doing yard work. Anyways, you're nervous, you're anxious, you're excited, you're overwhelmed, you don't know what to do, how to get started, and it's a lot, okay? It's a lot, and I get it. I was there. So we're going to go through step by step everything, okay? I love to see everybody on. Hello. Everyone say hi. Tag your downline, tag your sponsor, all that stuff. I'm so excited to see everybody. I would really love, again, grab a notebook, grab pen and paper. I'll save it. Once it's uploaded to the team page, I'll pin it to the top of the team page, so anybody can find it when there's new recruits. I'm going to also upload it to YouTube so you can share it that way or watch it that way. But I want you guys to get notes. I want you to get ideas and take notes. That way you guys are prepared and you know what's going on, okay? Because this business is amazing, but it's super scary to start, all right? See, I'm already out of breath, y'all. This is sad. Clearly, I need to run more because I'm still winded from running. So I just want to make sure. I think I'm waiting for, let me see who's on here. And then during this live, if you guys have questions, and I don't see it, or I don't get to it, or it's not on track with what I'm talking about, I will totally come back at the end of the video and comment, or like voice message you separately or something. But I will try to read as I'm doing this. But I would love for you guys to be interactive, whatnot. But I want to try to keep this under, like, literally between 30 and 40 minutes. So we're going to jump right in, okay? I told Ryan I'm on a schedule. We're on a schedule, okay? All right, so you just started, okay? You just started. You're super excited. Whether you got the $99 kit, whether you did a flip party, whether you did the $25, oh, nice, Jessica. Whether you did the $25 kit, I'm going to slide this. Whatever way that you joined and were brought on, I'm happy to have you here. And if you guys don't know who I am, I should probably start with that. If you don't know who I am, I'm Courtney, Star Director. I have been doing Sensi for about 3 years now. I would say roughly 2 years and a couple months, because the first 7 months of my business, I did not do anything. I didn't work. I did nothing with my business. Okay. So I have had failure. I've had comeback. And this is kind of what I've gathered from starting. All right, so you're super nervous. The first thing you're going to get when you join is you're going to get 2 or 3 emails, if I remember correctly. The first one for sure being your login for your workstation, okay? I know that when you first log in, it looks scary. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's numbers like what is PRV, what is TWV, what is GWV. There is, when you get that email, it'll give you the workstation. Your first and only task, okay? Your first and only task is the first things first checklist. I will not go on to the next step of training until the first things first checklist is done, period, okay? That is the first step. You guys will find out very quickly. I'm kind of talking more for like my personal recruits, you guys. So if anyone else is on here that's not my direct front line, this is me talking to like, this training is me talking to them pretty much, but it's also for you guys too. Other new recruits, and this is how I do it. So you will find out very quickly how I train. I am not a person that hand feeds. I do not, like, if there's a question that can be answered on the workstation, I am the first person to be like, go to the workstation, type in, you know, Sensational Start, type in compensation plan, type in FAQ. Find it yourself. I'm a very self-help person because I feel like when you take that initiative, instead of like going to the team page or your sponsor and being like, what is X, Y, and Z? And obviously when you're new, you don't know this, but I'm talking about as we go on. Your best, what I see is the people that are really successful too are the ones that I really don't have to train that much. Not saying you don't need training, but it's really the ones that are like, oh, I found it in the workstation. So I typically do not respond to question text the first hour because 9 times out of 10, they will come back to me and say, oh, I found it. Never mind. And I like pushing them to become their own boss, okay? Because my job is to train, to teach, to guide, but I am not here to answer every single question. That is the purpose of it, okay? That's the whole self-help business aspect, okay? And that obviously is, like, I'm not like the first week I wouldn't be like, go look for this. It's just saying, like, down the line, after the first 2 or 3 weeks of training and, like, helping you and whatnot, that's when I'm kind of like, all right, now you know where the workstation is. So when you get the workstation email and you get the workstation, the first thing you're going to do is hop in to the first things first checklist, okay? It's right there in front of you. There's 10 steps. It will tell you and show you in those steps. The number one question I always get asked is, do I make myself a host in the party, or how do I create a party? And do I make myself the host in the party? So 2 answers. It's in the first things first checklist. They literally walk you through, I know it's vague, but they walk you through how to do a party and how to set it up. So set up your party, make yourself a host. What I say is to set your party, your launch party, whatever you want to call it. You can call it your Sensi party. You can call it your business launch party. Make yourself the host. And I usually say have it ending in 15 days from when you joined, okay? And I'll get into that in just a minute. So 15 days from when you joined is what I usually say. So the email, first things first checklist, very important. If I get questions after that, like how do I do X, Y, and Z, I'm like, nope, not until you do first things first checklist, okay? So I'm very strict on that. And also, if you don't do that checklist, so we're going to get into the first 90 days and the awards that you can win, but if you don't do that checklist, okay, they will not give you any of those rewards if you earn them, just to make that very clear for people. So you have to do the first things first checklist. All right. The next email you will get will be between like 2 and 4 days, maybe 5 days, is your pay portal email, where they will send you your login information, how to set it up and all that stuff. And it's pretty much how we get paid. So we get paid once a month. It's usually on the 9th, but sometimes if the 9th falls on a weekend, they will pay you on the 8th, okay? So tomorrow would be payday for us. If you do not, or you have not gotten your pay portal information yet, contact Sensi Support. They're still open right now, I think until 10:30 our time, Eastern Standard Time. So I want to say 6, 7, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7. So 7 o'clock Mountain Time. I don't know, something like that. But, or contact them tomorrow and just say, hey, I haven't gotten my email for Pay Portal. Can you help me out? So I have no say in that. It would be pointless to message me and whatnot. So just do this, okay? So the Pay Portal email, you'll get in 248. I'm highlighting. I was like, I have to stay on track, y'all. Pay Portal. So those are the 2 emails that you need to look for. When you're on the workstation, after you do the first things first checklist, after you set up your party link for 15 days, I really just want you to browse the workstation. Look in the news tab, check out the contacts tab, check out the incentive tab, look in our Sensi Success store, consultant store, look at the supplies that we have. Just peek around at our workstation and just try to get to know like the workstation, okay? The search bar at the top right hand corner, it can be confusing sometimes because I feel like trying to find certain things is sometimes a little difficult. So it definitely takes getting used to as far as like, hey Courtney, I'm trying to find images of the Harry Potter warmer, and maybe you type in Harry Potter and like maybe you're trying to find the dates that they released or whatever the case may be, or the Cinderella warmer, right? The news tab will show the most recent. At the top, it'll have a product list, okay, which will show you maybe items that are out of stock and when they're projected to come back in stock. So that is where you will find stuff that's in stock, out of stock, never coming back, stuff like that, okay? Also in your account tab, you will have, it's called Scent of the Month. If you are my customer and you've bought from me before, then you know what Scent of the Month is. It's a new scent and a new warmer released on the 1st of every single month. In your accounts tab, you have the option to opt in to paying for that. I want to say you get 8 wax bars. They canceled out the room sprays right now. A tester, scratch and sniff stickers, and a bunch of flyers, okay? So with that, I think it's like $35. So you get these scratch and sniff stickers, which they're inside out, but you can see the little stickers right here. I don't know if I point them out. When I say it's like $35, it's a tax write-off, okay? You can opt into it. You will get, like, for this month, they will charge you and start shipping out, I want to say, between the 10th and the 15th of this month. So you will get these new wax bars that are coming out, or the warmer, or both, that come out April 1st. We're in March, so April 1st, you will get it 2 weeks early. So you can start doing samples for your customers. You can have it yourself to showcase whatever you want. Tax write-off, it's amazing. So you can update that in your accounts tab. Also in your accounts tab is your website, okay? So when you signed up, you picked a name for your website, all that good stuff. In there is, you can upload a picture, you can upload your face or your Sensi website bio. I really recommend doing that, making it personal to you, not just like I'm a consultant. Like make it like I'm, a mom, I have 2 kids, I have 2 dogs, we love to travel, something very personal about you, because people who are looking for a consultant and just go on the Sensi website can actually look up like consultants in my area. And I know me, I want to click with somebody. So if I go to someone's bio and I'm like, it's empty, but another person's like all about what I love, then I'm going to that person, okay? So I definitely recommend doing that, all right? So complete your first things first. Oh, no. Now opening up your party, okay? So we're going to talk about the first 90 days of joining, all right? Let me make sure I don't have any questions. Okay, so the first 90 days of joining are very important in your business, okay? These are huge milestones that you can create and get. If you go to that search bar at the top right hand corner, there you can type in Sensational Start. So it's Scent, like Sensi, S-C-E-N-T, Sensational Start. And the first thing that will pop up is Sensational Start, like training guide, pretty much. And it's going to tell you, and it should tell you, I don't remember, it's been 3 years, pretty sure on your workstation it has like, it goes over what Shooting Star is, what Sensational Start level 1, 2, and 3 are, because it has that little circle where it tells you as you get PRV, which is your sales before tax and shipping. That little circle will start filling up, and then once you hit 500, that's Shooting Star. So that's your first reward. Your first 15 days with Sensi, you can earn what's called a Shooting Star enhancement kit, okay, or Shooting Star award. With that, I wonder if I don't feel like going back there and getting it. So what there is there is a Sensational Start warmer. So if you earn this award, okay? So what that means is your first 15 days in Scentsy, you know, get your family and friends into a launch party, you share to the world that you're a Scentsy consultant, you get 500 in sales, you hit that award. And what they do is they send you like a little pin you can pin on. I have like a little container that I keep all my pins in, like one of those like little like clothing pins, that makes sense. They do that. They give you a shooting star warmer. It's like literally a bunch of stars that like rotate up. It's really cute. And there's also this kit called the Shooting Star Kit, which you can go to the search bar, type in Shooting Star Kit, and they'll show you what's in that kit. You have 3 months to purchase it, but this kit, it's like $300 worth of products almost. I want to say it's at least that, or not, if not more. But they offer it to those that earn the kit for $200, and you get paid off of it. So you would really be spending whatever 20% of 200 is. You would really be spending that because you're getting paid back on the kit, but you have 3 months to purchase it. You don't have to purchase it if you don't want to, but it's got like a diffuser, like 2 or 3 warmers, a bunch of wax bars, cleaning products, buddies. Like it's a huge kit, okay? Hey Whitney, and it's an amazing award to get, all right? So that is like the first big milestone. So the first 15 days in someone's business, I am solely focused on getting you to Shooting Star. 500 is the goal, which is why I think it's important to set your party at 15 days, just because it kind of gives everybody else, and I'm all about like shouting out my my goals that I have with like my VIP page and my customers and my family. So when you're in your VIP page, which I'll go over in a minute, you'll shout to them, okay guys, like I have 15 days to get my first award, 500, and then we just go from there, right? So that is the Shooting Star, setting it for 15 days with your link, okay? Now there's also Sensational Start. So once you hit 500, or even if you don't hit 500, you have 90 days to earn Sensational Start levels 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so I don't remember all of them at the top of my head. I want to say Sensational Start level 1 is 1500 PRV or 500 in sales plus 1 recruit that's hit 200 in sales, kind of thing. Yeah, that's okay. How do you know when you complete the checklist? So they should all be checked off, but I can check on my end if the first things first checklist is done. Okay. So there's that. And then what else was there? Okay, so Sensational Start. So then Sensational Start level 2 is like, you would have to go again, search bar, type in Sensational Start, and it'll tell you everything. And your workstation, like I said, on the front, on a new consultant, it might even say that. It's been 3 years for me, so I don't really remember, but it may say that. But if it doesn't, search bar, Sensational Start, and it'll show you. Now, I do know with each level, you earn product credit, which means it's free Scentsy money they put in your account to spend on Scentsy, okay? And you get paid off of it, which is even crazier. So they give you money, and you spend it, and you get paid off of it. It's awesome. So I know with Sensational Start level 3, I want to say it's $150 or $250. Something like that, okay? It's a lot of money if you hit Sensational Start level 3. And I want to say that's like 3,000 PRV your first 90 days, which is like insane, but people have hit it. It's possible, y'all. It's totally possible. And I want to say Sensational Start level 2 is like 75, 125, something like that, in that range. So that is your first 90 days. You were focused on Sensational Start levels in your first 90 days, which is awesome. All right, so you will start out when you join as an essential consultant, okay? Oh, excuse me, see, I'm getting all, I need to get hydrated. That's what I need. Let me see if there's any comments. You need to get hydrated. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, you'll have to post a picture of your Shooting Star warmer to the team page, because it is cute. Okay. All right, so that's the first 90 days of your business, okay? Goals, 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 goals. All right? Now, once you've done the first things first checklist, once you open up your party link, okay, this is when you set up your private VIP customer page, whatever you want to call it. Customer page, wick list, mine is called Wick List with Courtney. You can call it your VIP page. That was it forever until like 2 months ago. Whatever you want to call it, okay? You can be creative, change the heading to whatever you want. But this is where you add your friends and family in and your customers, that as you get orders coming in and referrals, you're going to add your customers to it, and it'll keep growing and growing and growing. Now, when you create this page, it has to be private, okay? Yeah, it does take a while. So, okay, that's it too, with the 90 days. So nothing will be sent to you. You won't get any of that money, any of the awards until your 90 days is up. Does that make sense? So if you hit Sensational Start level 1 or 2, you don't get it until the 90 days are up, when they've, you know, obviously you don't earn level 3 kind of thing. So there's that. Now, create your VIP page. You go to your group, like go to your Facebook, go to groups at the bottom, or wherever your groups is in your Facebook, then create your Facebook or your VIP page. Typically, so a lot of my recruits typically have already had parties with me, okay? So I'm pretty positive, yeah, every single person that has joined, so all of you guys, Kathleen, Krista, Paige, Amelia, Margot, Kim, Lindsay, all of you guys have had parties with me. So what I did is I went back and I just changed their parties, because it already had their closest friends and family in it, and I just changed it to their VIP, made them an admin, and I'm like, there's your VIP page. You already have half of your friends and family in here. Now it's just all about word of mouth, recruiting. Every customer that buys, you make sure you tell them about your VIP page, add them in, all that stuff, right? So your VIP page is important because this is, and it has to be private, okay? Just so you guys know, it needs to be private. But this is where you can share, you can do giveaways, you can do, you know, sneak peeks, pre-orders, what's coming next week, what's shopping tomorrow, here's my link to shop, fun little games I like to do, you know, little interactive things about me, stuff like that. So I interact with my customers one-on-one on VIP pages, okay, on my VIP page. So I think it's very important to have one. I'm pretty sure almost everybody has one. Unless you're all about like texting someone 24/7, VIP page is where it's at for me, okay? So that is where I get to show all kinds of stuff, all kinds of products. So definitely VIP page is a must. Now, when you join, okay, you got your workstation email, you do the first things first checklist. For me, I have new consultant training videos that I have sent to people and a checklist to do. Open your party link up for 15 days. Search the workstation, figure out your shooting star, sensational start dates, all that stuff. Set up your VIP page, your Facebook page. Okay, so you've done all those things now, and those usually take about a week, right? Or a couple days at least. You've done all those things. You're starting to get like, okay, I'm starting to understand a little bit here and there. This is great. Well, now I want you to announce to the world. I do not want you to wait to get your kit in. I don't want you to wait for your kit to come in. Okay, guys, I have my kit. Now I'm a consultant. No, I want you to start from day one. I don't care if you have no products in your house. I want you to announce to the world that you are a consultant. So get on Facebook, get on your Instagram stories. If you do that, I didn't for the first like 7 months of my business. You would have never caught me doing something like this ever. Ask Ryan years ago. I would have never done this. So I remember Ray, my sponsor, told me to go live and open up my kit. I wish that I would have had enough courage, and I wish that I would have done that and just got out of that, like, it's uncomfortable for me, so I wish I would have done that off the bat, and maybe it would have helped me. So if you're not comfortable, obviously don't do it. But I encourage you to open your kit up live on your VIP page. Let your family and friends see it. Smell maybe 10 testers for them. Oh my God, Luna's the best. Oh my God, black raspberry vanilla is amazing. Whatever the case may be, you can always open it up live, show the warmers. That always gets people like super intrigued about it. You get counter clean, maybe like do a 5-second video if you're cleaning like a dirty spot on your chair, your table, whatever the case may be, right? You don't have to do it, but I just recommend you doing it. But don't wait for your kit to announce it. Like the day that you sign up, the day that you join, I encourage everyone, shout it out to the world. Text all of your friends and family. Like post it on Facebook. This is the thing. MLM companies like us, like Thrive, like whoever, Young Living, we are like the new businesses of, what am I trying to say right now, Courtney? Like, we're up and coming. Like, we're not this, like, that you don't really hear unless people are salty about it. You know, that's a pyramid scheme. Y'all gotta stop getting nervous about that. Stop caring what other people think about you. Shout to the world, this is my business, okay? And until someone wants to show me their paycheck compared to mine, I don't really care what they have to say because they don't pay my bills. I literally made Jack squat when I had a degree working for a surgeon, and it was horrible. And I make triple that now. So tell someone to come at me and say, oh, it's an MLM business. Well, honey, I get a 1099. I pay taxes. I work my tail off 24/7, and I get paid like I'm a business owner. Okay, so don't come at me about my paychecks. All right. So you've got to like put that mindset in of like, I don't care what anyone else thinks. And I know that when you treat this like a business and you hustle like it's a business, it will be a business for you. But if you treat it like, I'm a little nervous to post about it, people are going to judge me, it's just a hobby for me, it's just like something fun for me to do, well then you're going to get paid as a hobbyist like it's something fun to do. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you're going to get back what you put in this business, and that's just the truth of it. I will not sugarcoat it. This business is hard sometimes. There are some times that I've gone around and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I can't. I'm tired. The questions, the training sometimes are overwhelming for me, at least sometimes, or just the workload sometimes is a lot, especially during the holiday season. I mean, you're constantly pleasing your customers. You're constantly, there's like releases every single week in the holiday season. But when you see those paychecks and you reap the rewards and you get to go on family vacations and you get to pay for all the bills in your house, like when I say it is 1,000% worth it, it is 1,000% worth it, okay? 1,000% worth it. And for those of you that have not, if y'all know me, like those that do know me on here, or my direct like leaders and stuff, I've shared my paychecks so many times. I have no problem talking about money. I am not one of those people that is conceited in myself, because trust me, my paycheck is nowhere near where my dream is to be, okay? But I also think money is a motivator, and it was a motivator for me. So, you know, when I first joined, my first paycheck was like maybe 50, 75 bucks. It was like nothing, okay? And then I hardly worked my business, and my highest paycheck in 7 months was probably like $20. Like, I legit didn't sell. I didn't do anything with my business. It was horrible. And when I jumped back in, I decided to take it very seriously, and I worked my flippin' tail off. Like, when I say I earned this business, I did, because I worked harder than I worked in a very long time. And my paychecks went from 50 bucks to 2,500 within 4 months, because I worked my tail off, because I was recruiting and getting uncomfortable and having conversations and like doing things that I never thought I would do, like getting live on social media or doing a story about my face or talking about products, right? So, and you can only imagine every year my paycheck is like, if not gone up 1/3, but half. Like this time last year, my paychecks were like 3,000. I've doubled that this year. Like, I can't even fathom what next year bringing in 9,000 or 10,000 a month. Like, what do you mean? And it's only been 4 years. Like, I made nothing at my first job, right? So I want you guys to dream big, and I want you guys to pull your whys out. Like, why did you join this business? Is it a hobby or is it a business? And if it's a business, then I want you to put your biggest why. What are your dreams in 3 years? What are your dreams in 5 years? And I want you to put that up where you see it every single day. And I want you to remember every single day when you think you can't do this, why you're doing it. Okay? Because if I were to quit Scentsy right now, we would lose our house. The kids would not be able to afford school. There's a lot of things that we couldn't do if I quit Scentsy. We are way too reliant on my income now to ever quit. This is my business, period. Okay? There's no failure in it at all. So you announce to the world that you are a consultant and you're freaking proud to be one. And I guarantee you will be so surprised how many people support you. Okay? And if they don't support you, that's fine. You find people that will, okay? My family and friends did not purchase from me the first year of my business. Actually, my mom didn't purchase from me at all. I think I was almost 2 years in when I gave my mom a fragrance flower for Mother's Day, because I was like, you are never going to try this. This is ridiculous. And then she fell in love with Scentsy. And now she like buys whenever, you know, she can, kind of thing. But so I want you to shout that you're proud, you're a consultant, tell everybody about it, okay? Now, when it comes to partying, this is what I do. So the launch party, I do things, okay, so if you're a consultant of mine, I will give you one of two options. Either A, like I've done a couple flip parties. The other people, so like Lindsay flipped her party, Margot flipped her party. So those were the launch parties that I did. Like I hosted them, I did the posts, we flipped it, they got paid off of it. Now they're taking over their own, like Margot and Lindsay are taking over your own page, right? You're doing all these things. Now it's just for you guys a matter of like posting, how do you get customers now? How do you keep going? Which I'll get into that in a minute. But for other people, so like, Amelia, I'm doing your party tomorrow. Kathleen, we did a party last month for you. So like, even though it wasn't known as a launch party, I still did a party last month. Paige, we did a party last month. Kim, we did your live last month. Who else am I missing? Krista, we had a party last month. So I have done a party for everyone. Now, the purpose of this and for what I do, every sponsor is different. So if your sponsor didn't offer you a party, that's between you and your sponsor. That is getting hot on my leg. If your sponsor did not host a party for you or help you do your launch party, that is between you and your sponsor, okay? That's something that y'all have to work out and talk about. Not everyone does it. I know plenty of people that do not host their new consultants' parties, and that's totally fine. As long as they're helping you set it up, at least like, hey, this is the mock party. But like, to me, this is my take on it. To me, yes, it's more work on my end when I'm already slam packed, but you're my new teammate. I want you to be successful, and I want you to hit that shooting star award, right? So that's kind of my take on it, is like, I want you to hit these things. I want you to hit these levels, but I only do it in the first like week or two of your business, okay? So if you decide that you don't want to do anything in the first week or two, then I'm not doing a launch party for you, period, okay? So that's how I do it. So typically within the first few days of you joining, I want to go ahead and set up a launch party where in your VIP page, you're like, all right, guys, because I don't anticipate you guys to know, my recruits I'm talking to know what you're doing. I don't anticipate you to do a live video and be like, all right, this is all of our products, this is how you use it, because you have to learn over time, right? I don't anticipate everyone that's new to know, like, wait, I don't anticipate you guys to know how to do an online party as far as posting, right? So like when I say I did parties last month for like half of you guys, right? You guys have seen what an online party is now. So you can go back into your VIP page, look at my post, and see, all right, this is how Courtney did it. She introduced herself on this day. She went about Scentsy this day. And then the third day, she talked about all these products. The fourth day, talked about all these products. And then she let everyone order for 4 days, right? So that's a Facebook online party. Utilize Facebook. If you go to the group section on Facebook, you could type in mock Scentsy or Scentsy mock, okay? M-O-C-K, Scentsy, either way. And you will find so many groups of like mock Scentsy parties that consultants are so sweet to create for us, and they will literally post it. All right, this post on a Friday, or post number 1 for Friday at 9 a.m. This is what you'll post, and you can copy and paste the text. Obviously, take like post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out. Copy and paste the text. Obviously, please edit it to make it your own. Okay, don't put like some other person's like kids or dog's name up there. Use the images they use, okay, whatever. Or go on Facebook groups and type in real life Scentsy warmers or Scentsy, and you can see all of these like Facebook groups pop up of like flyers, images, trainings, all kinds of things. So like utilize Facebook groups, because there are thousands of Scentsy groups where you can get all kinds of fun stuff from, okay? Now on our team page, pinned at the top, I listed out probably like 15 groups that I'm a part of, that I get my images from, my games from, my mock party outlines, all those things. So utilize the announcement tab of our team page. I post a lot of that stuff, supply list, everything. I'm not a big fan of repeating myself. You will find that out very quickly. If I have to reiterate it to you like 3 or 4 times, I'm like, go to the workstation and find it. Go to the team page and search it, because if you can't find it and I go on there and I find it in 5 seconds, I'm usually kind of like, are you serious right now? It's not fair to me either, or your sponsor. So please utilize the team page. There's a search bar at the top. If you're like, I don't know how to do thank you mail, obviously ask your sponsor if you're new, obviously. But if you're trying to find something or you don't understand something, I'm always saying check the workstation, check Google, check Facebook groups, check our team page, the search bar, type in parties, type in thank you mail, type in mail outs, whatever you want, you can find information on. I lived off of doing that the first 2 months of my business, okay? So there's that. Now, I host the party for my new consultants, okay? Like I said, I don't anticipate you guys know what you're doing. I only have Amelia, I have you tomorrow, but like I said, everybody else I did a party for. Like, yeah, Margo, we did your flips. Kim, we did your live party last month. And then Paige, Krista, and Kathleen, we had parties last month. So I'm not going to do a launch party for you guys, because we did a party like, last month. So you guys know what it is now. And you guys all have VIP pages, and everyone went to the party with us last month. So there's no point in me talking about products again, right? This is for brand new consultants, never had a party with the host, or whatever, this is when I'm like, all right, so like for Kim, we did hers last month. She joined, and then we scheduled her host party, or her launch party, like live. I think it was like maybe 10 days after she joined, because I was super busy that one week. And I just sat here 20 minutes, and she invites all her friends and her family, and I say, hey, I just need 5 people to RSVP to my live, because I will not do it with one person or by myself. I will log out, because that is a waste of my time, and that's not being mean. If you cannot put in the work as a new consultant to get people to come to the live that I'm taking my time to do, then I will not do it. And I'm very strict on that as well. It's more of like a, I love you guys, but if I'm going to work this hard, I need you to do it as well. So if you want me to do your launch party for you, then you've got to work on your end to get your family and friends to RSVP to it. All right, guys, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., we're going to have a live party. Make sure we have it, okay? I will sit here for 20 or 30 minutes. I will talk about products, and then it's really up to you to get, it's all right, guys, game time. I did it with Kim. I did her party, her live. She had, a couple people on there, and within Kim, you can probably remind me, maybe 5 or 6 days, you were certified at 1,000 in sales, like that. Okay, so that's what's super awesome. But what's awesome too is that while I'm doing my live for you, or any other consultant, if your sponsor's doing it for you, whatever, and they may not do lives like this, so don't put the pressure on them if they don't. There's no pressure. But if they can help you do your online party and whatnot, that's what's helpful. Do not leave it all to your consultant though. You need to be putting in the work. If I'm doing a launch party live, I am not posting on your page. You are responsible for posting pictures, interaction stuff. It is your business. You signed it, you put your social security number in, it is your job to do that. I will be here to do your live for you, but I will not be posting for you, okay? So if your sponsor is like, hey, I don't do lives like this, I'm not comfortable, then please don't pressure them to do that. But you could say, hey, could you help me out with posting, because I don't know all about the product, so I would love if you could give some posts out. And if I have sponsors on here, leaders, it's your job to lead them, and I would recommend at least doing a few posts for them and helping them out, okay? Especially if you're doing parties of your own, you should know how to post like this, right? So definitely that. So make sure as a new person, even if your sponsor's doing it for you, you are the most active person on that page, period. You can find pictures on Google, on Facebook, again, on Facebook. You can search into our albums on our team page. There's plenty of resources that I upload daily, weekly for you guys. You can find it on there, okay? Also, anything that I post or any other consultant posts in our stories, our Facebook, whatever, it is fair game. Snap a screenshot of it. I do it plenty of times on my stories. I snap a screenshot, I crop it into the image, and I save it. Okay? We are a team, so we all share everything. There is nothing. You never have to ask me if you can use an image of mine. I want you to. I want you to be successful, and this is the whole point, is sharing. So if you find images, you have cool images, share it to the team page, share it for all of us to share as well. I don't always see all the images. Everyone is has their own thing. So I always really, even if you're brand new, only a weekend, if you find some cool pictures, share it. Okay? Share it. Sharing is the best thing you can do for your business, because it helps all of us rise together, right? So make sure you're active, get the posts and stuff. Aim to post 1 time a day in your VIP page, okay? I recommend doing family stuff and Scentsy stuff. Don't only post when you need an order, because your customers are going to know when you're only posting because you need a sale. You need to get to know your customers. I post weekly about what every Monday I would post a picture or pictures from the weekend. Let me see y'all's weekend. Let me see your pictures. Or last year when we were doing DIYs, I would actually post pictures of what color should I paint this wall, or what should I get from my office here. And they'll help me pick stuff. Even little stuff of all right, I have these 2 plants, or I have this plant, but 2 potters, which color should I do for this area of my house? And I let them help me. That's when you start to really get to know people, okay? So definitely that. Utilize our page. The announcement tabs have a lot of stuff, trainings and whatnot, resources, and then know your chain of command, okay? So again, I want to reiterate for my recruits and for anyone else on here that's a new consultant in our team. This goes for this is how I was trained, how my sponsors were trained. This is the whole chain, okay? Your sponsor is here to guide you and to lead you, but we are not at your beck and call 24/7, okay? And I'm speaking for all consultants that sponsor someone. And one day, for my new consultants on here, when you sponsor someone, you will understand. You are not at someone's beck and calls. I have hours of operations, which I will actually be reiterating this week. I have got to set boundaries for myself. Sometimes I'm not good at it, and I will respond because I don't like things unread and like left on my phone. But honestly, my hours are between like 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Friday to Sunday I'm off, okay? And I know a lot of people work in those hours, but nothing in Scentsy is an emergency. So if you contact me at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you message me at 10 p.m. at night, even if I read it, I probably will not respond to you, and I will respond in my working hours, because at the end of the day, I have a family, you have a family, your sponsor has a family, and nothing is an emergency. So just remember that, you know, every single question you have, I really just encourage you. Obviously, if you're brand new, I don't expect you to know everything. But if like you're a few weeks in, you're watching training videos, if you don't know how to do something, I just really encourage self-helping yourself. Like, self-help is the best thing you can do for your business, because you're learning how to do stuff. And I actually have consultants that come back and they're like, I really appreciate your form of training, because it's taught me to find things that I probably would have never found had you not told me to go to the workstation and do this, right? And so that's just how I do it, right? But I want you to keep in mind, I have a family, you know, I have kids that I tend to at night. I may see your message and not respond for 24 hours because that's just life. Obviously, if I don't respond for like 2 days, please text me again, because I may have been missed. Sometimes my laptop is up and will catch my messages and will erase the notification on my phone, and I won't see it. So that happens actually a lot more times than I like to admit. So I've been trying to keep my computer closed when I leave my office. So your chain of command: search workstation, Google, okay? Self-training is the best training. Then go to the team page, search bar. Then your sponsor in their business hours, okay? Make sure you ask them business hours. And then if your sponsor has been MIA to you, not helping you, not training you, not answering your text messages, whatever, then whoever your next upline is on your workstation, it'll tell you who your sponsor is, who your director is, or who your star director is. So I am y'all's upline star director directly, okay? If you're on this page, then I am your upline star director. So if your sponsor is MIA and not talking to you, you contact me, okay? Messenger, my phone number I think is at the announcement tab as well. So either of those. That is your chain of command. Now, as far as extra trainings go, guide to growth. I want you guys to write this down. Guide to growth. Hold on. I want to make sure. I want some. Okay, let me check questions real quick. I saw some posts about being in compliance. Is there a spot in the workstation that tells you how? Yeah, so I actually just posted compliance stuff in our team page, so check that out. But I'm sure, I haven't searched it in a long time, but check the news, or check the workstation at the top and maybe type in compliance, and it should pop up compliance guides. A lot of the compliance is really like the strictest they have been this year has been Disney stuff, because if you guys don't know, we contracted with Disney, okay? We are the literal fragrance of Walt Disney World, which is huge. We have a garden at Disney with all of our fragrances. That's part of the reason the Castle Warmer came out, all that stuff. So the compliance, they have actually been terminating consultants for compliance, okay? You cannot post, like, just look at the post that I made earlier. You can't, if you post a Disney image, you can't have any sounds, any videos, any text, or anything over the image. It's got to be just the image and a text below or under it. You cannot modify the image. You also can't put two Disney images together, like the one that I posted today. What else? If you get a Disney warmer in, like for instance, Harry Potter, you cannot sell or post, like if you had your Harry Potter warmer, maybe you have like a whole Harry Potter themed bookshelf, and you put your warmer there and there's like wands and Harry Potter books and whatever, you cannot post that. It's got to be just the warmer with a background, like whether it's a wallpaper or white background, whatever. It's got to be by itself. It can't be with other Disney products, even its own, like Harry Potter. It's stupid to me, I know, but it is what it is. They are terminating people. Even if your customers do it and they tag you and you reshare it, you can literally get fired for it, okay? So just double check that. Obviously, if there's ever a question about compliance, don't go to your sponsor. Usually just go to customer service, because I will get questions about that, like, is this in compliance? And if I for sure know it, then I'll answer. But 9 times out of 10, I'm like, listen, it's your business. If you are worried about risking losing your your license and stuff, just open up the chat box on customer service, takes 2 minutes, and ask them if it's in compliance, and they will, you know, yes or no. That way, if it ever pops up and you get in trouble, you can say, well, I have a ticket open, and you said it was safe. So I think protecting your business is the best, okay? So yeah, compliance, okay? And then also, so I will say compliance-wise, on public platforms, you cannot say free shipping. You cannot say, there's a whole compliance section we'll have to read through. I'll talk about that a different day. That's a whole nother subject, okay? How many times a day do you usually post in your VIP page? So I post at least once, if not twice a day in my VIP page. I don't do it every day. Like I didn't post yesterday like I usually do. So today I posted, you know, a lot of stuff about like the Disney and the castle and all that coming out. So it just depends on the days. Typically I will sit down Saturday or Sunday or Monday and schedule out my posts for the week. That way they're like planned. But when LTOs drop, you got to keep rolling with that, okay? You could do things like Tip Tuesday. You could go on Google and type in Scentsy Tip. Literally just type in Scentsy Tips, and you could find images for like Tip Tuesday, put washer whiffs on your floor and vacuum it up. You can make Tuesday Tip Tuesday. Wednesday could be Waxident Wednesday. So if there's a waxident, like where you spilled wax, like show how to clean it up, or like whatever the case may be, right? So how do you usually do your live parties? So yeah, so my live parties, I legit just stand here behind my shelf and go over products and all my warmers and stuff for like 30 minutes. Let's see. All right, cool. All right, yeah, Glenda's got the... Thank you, Glenda, for posting that. That's perfect. Y'all, Glenda just posted the compliance stuff. All right, so now for further training, we're almost done, y'all. For further training, this is where I'm getting into, like, how... Okay, now I've done all that stuff, and I've started up, and I have my VIP page, and I have my Sensational Start. I'm past, you know, 30 days, or I did my Shooting Star, whatever. Now we get into, okay, Courtney, how do I grow my business? How do I keep it successful? How do I meet new customers? This is what I did. And I want to show you how I became, and I became successful, okay? And this is from me failing and then getting back up in 7 months and having a very successful business, okay? I was literally an essential consultant for 7 months, which is ridiculous to me, okay? For 7 months. Didn't even hit $1,000 in sales in 7 months, which is insane. And then when I decided to jump back into Scentsy, and you probably have heard my story 1,000 times, or you will on YouTube. When I decided to jump back into Scentsy, I decided to take it very seriously, and I lived off of YouTube. I didn't go to my sponsor one flipping time. Not once. She actually texted me and was like, where the heck did you come from? Because I lived off of self-training myself. Because I'm the one that's like, I want to be the smartest one in the room. I want to know what's going on. I don't like asking for help, and that's just me, but I don't expect that with everybody literally at all. This is not me telling you guys, like, go to YouTube and that's your training. Absolutely not. I'm here to guide you and help you. But I will say for me, personally, I lived off of YouTube. So I would type in YouTube. So the first thing I should say is Guide to Growth. So write this down. Guide to Growth. Guide to Growth. So Guide to Growth, when I jumped back in, had just started. The first week, like the week after I joined back in, had just started. And it's a training. I am so congested. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I don't know why I'm so congested right now. I need water. Okay. So Guide to Growth. I actually sat in on this once a week. So I recommend starting with Guide to Growth if you don't know where to start. So Guide to Growth, video 1. Yes, they're an hour too long, but they are so good. They are actually our top, in our group. Oh, it's Ryan. Sorry, I just about like, that just scared the crap out of me. I didn't know what that was. It's Ryan with trash cans. Guide to Growth is amazing. It's our SSDs in our group. So it was Chloe, Chastity, Katie, and Rachel. And all of them did trainings once a week. So once a week, every Wednesday night, they got together and they had like certain, like the first week is starting up, how to get started. The second week was like getting recruits, getting customers, staying in touch with customers. The third week was leading, growing your team. They have files in the Google Drive of all this stuff that you could like download for yourself, print out for yourself to help your business. So I really encourage you to look at Guide to Growth and watch it. I also made that mandatory last year that all my recruits had to watch Guide to Growth. So start with week 1. Watch it, implement it for a week. And then the next, maybe you pick a Monday to start it, Sunday to start it, whatever. But, maybe listen to it in increments. So you start it, it's 2 hours long or an hour long, and you listen to 15 minutes in the shower, and then you listen to it on the way to dropping the kids off for 30 minutes. Whatever the case may be, watch it. You will learn so much more than I can even give you right now from our top leaders and how they became successful, how all of them retired their jobs in 3 to 4 years, literally. I'm not even exaggerating. I think pretty sure all of them were nurses too. Chastity was a teacher. Everybody else was a nurse. Retired nurses, okay? Top nurses too. So Guide to Growth is the #1 training that I could recommend over and over and over and over and over again. If you're someone else were to dip out, Guide to Growth, okay? So please, please watch it. So Guide to Growth is perfect. Anything on YouTube. I always Google it. There's always new trainings from consultants everywhere. How to get new recruits, Sensi. Everything just ends with Sensi. How to grow your team, Sensi. How to do a Facebook party, Sensi. How to do a live Facebook party, Sensi. How to meet new people with Sensi. How to do a fundraiser, Sensi. Whatever it is, I promise you, you can find on YouTube. 1000%. Find a training on YouTube. I actually, when I jumped back into Sensi for 2 months, I lived off of YouTube, and I promoted Essential to Certified, Certified to Lead, Lead to Star, Star to Superstar, Superstar to Director. I promoted 5 times in 2 months because I lived off of YouTube, because I watched trainings and I implemented the shit out of them, and I'm being like so serious. So if you want this business as bad as you maybe say you do, go to YouTube and start watching videos. You will learn so much more than I can teach you on a text message, okay? So that is just like my biggest tool. All right, so that's training. Now, thank you mail. This is what I find. This is with customers, and now how to keep the customers, how to grow your customers, right? So you got thank you mail. We did your launch party. You got orders coming in. Now they're inviting their friends. What I do is I always, obviously, as soon as they order, within 24 hours, I am texting them. I go to the order history, get their phone number, text them. It is not weird. I think it is the most professional thing you can do. I actually get salty if I buy from a small business, like someone that I see on social media or someone that I know, like in Young Living or whatever. And if I don't get a thank you text, I actually think it's kind of rude. That's just my personal opinion. I appreciate being appreciated so much that if I don't get a thank you text or even any kind of acknowledgement that I just purchased and supported your small business, then I'm kind of just like, okay, well, I'm not interested in doing this. How do you do live on someone else's page? You just click the live button, go to status and click live. So I say within 24 hours, you text your customer and say, thank you for ordering with me. I hope you know that I appreciate it. You are literally the best, whatever your personality is, okay? In my opinion, don't sound blah and just say thank you for your order, period. I know not everyone is like super like hyper in text messages, but I think showing a little bit of character can go a long way too. So like, for me, I'll be like, oh my God, thank you so much for ordering with me. I am so appreciative. I hope you love this warmer. And I'll put like a heart or like the heart eyes or whatever, because that's my personality is emojis. So like make it sound like obviously you're thankful, right? And that will show your personality through. So you text them within 24 hours. If they're not in your VIP page, I will text them and say, hey, this is my VIP page. Me personally, I do a giveaway once a month. I will throw every single order into a pot. And I will do a giveaway, whether that's for a Sensi bar, whether that's for samples, whether that's for whatever I have. I could send them a packet of these flowers if I wanted to and some candy, and that's a thank you. That's a winner. It doesn't have to be Sensi related. You can send them, go to the dollar section at Target and find some kind of cool knick-knack, and you could send them that, right? Whatever you want, which I need to start doing that more than Sensi. Anyway, so I will say, hey, I do a giveaway once a month in my VIP page. You're in the drawing for it now that you ordered. I would love to have you in it. Stay in touch. I would love to be your consultant. Follow up with you. And I will send them the link to my VIP page, okay? That is how you get people in there. If you have any friends or family that want to, that would love fragrance, please add them to my page. I'm so appreciative, right? And then I also screenshot their order. You can either do that, or you could go the extra mile, okay? And you could find real life images. So if they ordered trying to think of a warmer. The letterboard warmer behind me, right? So maybe they order that letterboard warmer, okay? Well, maybe you go to Pinterest or Google, or you go, I always go to Instagram and do like hashtag the name of the warmer. I'll do like letterboard warmer or Scentsy letterboard warmer, whatever. And I'll just find real life photos or go in groups and type it, and I'll just save it and I'll post it. And maybe you post a real life image of that and you say, hey, you tag them, thank you so much for your order. So appreciative. So you've texted them and you've shouted them out on your VIP page. Now, I think this is important because, especially real life images, if you have the time to do it, because you're showing off these images to other people too. And when people see that other people are buying from you, they want to purchase as well. That's just usually how it goes. But also you're introducing all these, maybe they didn't see that warmer. Maybe they're like, oh my God, I didn't know you had that letterboard warmer. We have a lot of products, so it's hard for me to showcase everything. So maybe they're like, oh, that's a good idea to get that, or oh, I didn't think about grabbing this scent or whatever. So it also encourages other people for that as well. So text them VIP page, okay? Save their phone number in your phone. So they have it and you have their number. Now you could send them a felt sample in the mail if you want to. This is where I come in with the comparison game. You do not have to keep up with your sponsor's thank you mail. So for me, for instance, you don't have to do what I do. This is like the beauty of the business, is you can do whatever the flip you want to do in your business. If you want to do thank you mail, do thank you mail. If you're like, hey, a text message works for me and my budget, then do a text message. If making a cute graph on Canva of your family or of you and doing it, whatever you want to do, whatever your thank you looks like, is totally fine. And I want you to understand that. One of the biggest reasons I feel like I failed is because I was in my head with comparison. I would see Rachel's thank you mail and I'm like, I can't afford this. No wonder she's successful, because look what she's sending. No, period. I actually went, this freaking fruit fly in here. I actually went back this month. Where is it at? I have it in here? I did. I changed it. So I used to print out all kinds of stuff for my thank you mail, keep up to date. I would just do the most. But postage has gone up and I cannot keep up with it, period. So I went back to basics. I went back to like, okay, I'm a new consultant. What am I going to do? So this is what I'm doing. I posted this in our team page, okay? It's on my YouTube channel as well, the template for it. You can go in and edit it yourself. But I have a thank you that I wrote out. Now, if you only have like 20 or 30 customers a month starting out, then I would handwrite a message. I would handwrite a thank you note if you choose to do that. I am typing mine up because I have like 150 customers a month and my hand is cramping up from writing all these thank yous. So I have to keep mine brief. I just can't anymore. So I will put their name up here and then sign my name at the bottom. And this just tells them what's happening this week, new releases. Here's the Harry Potter. This one's from like 2 weeks ago. Scentsy Club, whatever. And I will fold this up and I will stick a felt sample. Let me show you guys what it is. Hold on. I will send a felt sample in the mail. As a new consultant, this is all you need to start up, period. You do not need all kinds of fancy inserts. You don't need a bunch of samples to start out. You don't need all of that. Honestly, to start any kind of business, especially Scentsy, you just need your business kit, which comes with all those testers, and you need your mouth. You got to open your mouth to talk to people. But a felt sample is what I send. I went back, every single customer this month got a felt sample, because I can't do any more than that right now. That is like, postage is insane. And to send this and maybe like a host to join flyer, right? All of this costs me anywhere from 40 to 50 cents to send, which is totally doable for me, okay? So this is perfect for that reason. And you keep it very simple, just like that. So and it didn't have to be that. You could literally just go, I started off and I went to like Kohl's or Walmart and bought like a 50 pack of thank you cards, and I just handwritten notes, stick a felt sample in it, and I sent it. Or if you got the $99 kit, or if you didn't, in our consultant store, there are scratch and sniff stickers, okay? You could buy all of these. I already used 2 of them. You could buy all of these for $3 in the consultant store, add it to your next local order, whatever. You could do, OG scents, Luna, Black Raspberry. This is scent of the month, and you could literally get a thank you card or even a postcard. You could do a postcard, right? Get cardstock. This is actually genius. Get cardstock. Cut it in 4s with a paper cutter on Amazon is $7. Cut it in 4 sections. So that way you have a postcard piece of paper like this or something, right? Plain white. And you just write a handwritten thank you note. And then on the back you do the address thing. And then maybe right here you just stick that scented sticker. And you could send a postcard for 35 cents. Okay? So you're literally sending to what? 10 people for a couple dollars maybe? You know, maybe $2, something like that. Whatever the math is to that. So that way they have something that they can scratch and smell. And you have a little thank you note that's on a postcard. And all you have to do is put that cardstock, because cardstock at Walmart for like a 100 pack or a 200 pack is like $6, right? So that'll last you like forever. And you just cut it into 4s and you stick it in the mail. Don't overthink thank you mail. The point of it is to make your customers feel appreciated and loved. And it's also the opportunity to get a new scent under their nose, right? Because maybe they're ordering from you blind and they don't know what anything smells like. So maybe you're going to send them a new smell every single month or every time they order, right? So like the All Is Well collection is what I did. And I got a lot of reorders when people got that in the mail. So you can buy a pack of 500 felt if you want to do this and put it in an envelope. And what you'll do is you will melt your wax in a warmer, okay? And you'll just dump the felt in. And then take it out with a fork or whatever and place it on parchment paper. And it ends up hard like this, okay? And this is, you have to do this for the summertime. Now that it's starting to get hotter out, you can't send like regular wax in the mail because it will melt, okay? So you have to do felt samples. Because what this does is if it gets too hot and the wax starts melting off of the felt will just be there to keep soaking it back up. So it's like perfect. But they can also take this felt, you can tell them, hey, cut it open, smell it, tell me if you love it. Or if you have a warmer at the house, whenever you change your wax next, you know, take your wax out with your cotton cleanup, put this felt sample directly on your warmer dish, close the bedroom, close the bathroom for, you know, 2 hours, go back in and smell it. And it'll give you a sample of like a lighter scent of like what it'll smell like warmed up. So it's a perfect like smell me kind of thing, right? So felt samples, when you start out, are like the only things that I recommend for any new consultants. Do not go broke for your business. You spend Scentsy money on Scentsy, period. Do not spend family money on Scentsy, okay? You can get these little, they're 2x3 bags off of Amazon. Just literally type in 2x3 bags and those will pop up. And you can get, if you type in felt circles, you'll find felt circles like this on Amazon, okay? So there's that, felt samples, thank you card, that is all you need. Do not try to keep up with the Joneses because you're going to go broke and you don't need all that, all right? Now, I also recommend you write down what you send out to them, okay? So let me show you, this is my follow-up system that works for me. I Am Pen and Paper Guide to Growth has some awesome follow-up systems that they have where you can just print it out and it's ready to go. So I definitely, again, recommend looking into Guide to Growth and all that stuff. So I have a little notebook, okay, and I write, these are all my customers from last month, okay, right? So here's what I did. I write their name when they order. So this is the date they ordered. I start, obviously, every month is a new month. So 2/1, they ordered this, okay, and then I'll put like the date they ordered, their name, the party it was under, and how much it was for before tax and shipping, okay? That's how much I'm getting paid off of, or that's how much, yeah, is going to a PRV. So I will do that. And on this, like literally every single customer, I don't care how much they ordered with me, they got felt samples because I can't afford to send out all of that mail. So I put in here, everyone in this month got the All Is Well collection, which is 5 scent circles, okay, or 5 like felt samples. At 5 different scents. And then what I did is these check marks next to it. So like they ordered, and then 2 weeks later, okay, so 2 weeks, so maybe 2/14, I will go back and I will follow up with everyone that ordered between 2/1 and 2/14. And I'm like, hey girl, I sent you, or first of all, I want to know how your order is. How do you love your warmer? Whatever they ordered, right? How do you love your wax bar? How do you love your lotion, your Scentsy soak? Tell me what your favorite scent is from your 6-pack of wax. And I also wanted to make sure you got my thank you mail. How do you like the scent? Which one's your favorite? Did you like it? And that way you're getting a follow-up on both, okay? So one-on-one communication is the key to being successful with Scentsy. If you rely on posting on social media, if you rely on posting stories of who wants to party with me, who wants to join my team, you will literally never get a bite. I just posted it today, actually, and actually all week I've been posting it. You will never get a bite. You have got to talk to people. You've got to get to know your customers and what they like. So you follow up, and these are my check marks that I followed up. And then next to it, for the ones you'll get ghosted by half of them won't respond to you. But usually those people still always order. Actually, they always order from me. So they will either not order from you, or I will put like ordering all as well. Orders with Erica's party. Mom wants to order a package. I sent this in the package. Party's ending. Party with me this week. So everyone I follow up with, if they respond to me, next to their name, I'm putting like what their favorite scent was, what their favorite bar was. Are they going to do a party with me? Because if they respond back to me and they're like, excuse me, oh my God, I love that collection. I love this Scentsy bar, whatever the case may be. Then my first instinct is like, all right, so we need to get you into a scent social. I don't call them parties. We need to get you into a scent social. It'll be 3 days long. I will do all the work for you. You invite your friends and family, and we get free and half off. And it'll help me kickstart my new business, and it'll help me meet new people. Would you be down to help me if you get the free and half off in return? And 9 times out of 10, your friends, your family, your customers, even if you don't know them, will say yes to you. And then you have your first party, you have your second party, and then you keep going. And then as you have these Facebook parties, this is how you meet and branch out to new people. As you have these Facebook parties, you go on and maybe say, you know, one of your customers is like Taylor Strange is like, yes, I would love to do it. Let's do a party. So then we do a party for whatever week we schedule, right? And she invites 25 of her friends and family to the party. Well, when that party starts, I am messaging personally every single person in that party, 25 people. I pretty much like type up one thing in 5 seconds, copy and paste it, and then just message everyone. It takes me 5 minutes to do that. And I'm getting to know all of her people one-on-one. They'll respond, I'm like, you know, hey, thanks so much for joining Taylor's party. I'm so excited to have you here. Have you tried Scentsy before? What is your favorite fragrance? And sometimes I will get, I love Scentsy, you know, yada yada. And then I'll be like, okay, do you have a consultant? When was the last time you purchased? What's your favorite scent? And then some people are like, I've never tried Scentsy before. I'm super excited. But then you have people that like, you know, you start a list out and you know, okay, these, you know, maybe you get 7 replies out of the 25, and that's perfect. That's what you want to shoot for. It's like 5 to 7 every party. But maybe you get 7 people that respond to you, and you're like, all right, now I know who to target in these parties. That's super pumped about the parties. Now I know who to like tag and who to tell my host to tag. And then you're like, and then at the end of the party, the last day of the party, when the orders are finalized or you're about to finalize them, you message everyone again one time, and you're like, hey, thanks so much for being in Taylor's party. I hope you enjoyed it all. If you have any questions, let me know. Today is the last day to order. Here's her link. I'm here if you need me. And then 9 times out of 10, I usually get at least 1, if not 2 orders of people that like forgot, or they weren't really like watching the party, but they want to support their friend or family. So messaging one-on-one, texting one-on-one, everything one-on-one is what will make your business boom. This is why when I do trainings, when I do, like, you know, okay, today I want you to text 5 people. I will not go on with my training until you show me that you're doing it, because that is the whole purpose. If you want me to guide you and lead you, then you've got to do these things that I'm telling you to do, because trust me, it's going to make your business change, okay? So this is how I do my follow-up. This is how I keep up with my customers. This is how you grow your business. You've got a party. So if you're like, if you go to your sponsor, you come to me, you're like, Courtney, I can't get orders this month. Courtney, I'm having a hard time, or whoever your sponsor is. Or, you know, I don't know what to do now. What's my next step? Well, your first thought should be, I need to go on YouTube. Okay, you're struggling with getting PRV. So you go to YouTube and you type in high PRV or getting PRV with Scentsy, and you find some kind of video and you watch it and you learn something, and then you go and implement it. And if that video is like, all right, you should be having 50 conversations a week. That's 10 conversations a day. You can text 10 people a day. Okay, it's so doable. Text 10 people a day. It's, I mean, while you're going to the bathroom, while you're in the bath, whatever. You just get down at night and you want to Facebook message 10 people. Don't cold message them. This has to be people that you have like actual relationships with, or you talk to, or have ordered from you. Like, I do not believe in cold messaging people, okay? So this is how you keep going, okay? You've got to have parties to expand. Last year, I was that person to, like, you know, my team that I was like, I can't get parties either, so I wasn't training on it. And I'm like, I can't get PRV. My PRV barely hit 2,000 in December. Like, no, it didn't even hit, sorry, it didn't even hit 2,000. It was my first time in a year that I didn't hit 2,000 PRV in a month. And I was ticked. But I look back at the past 3 months and I never had more than 1 or 2 parties a month. And I'm like, that's why my PRV is not high, because I'm not meeting new people, and I'm not having parties, and I'm not doing one-on-one follow-ups, and I'm not doing one-on-one connections in these parties. So I revamped myself in January, and both January and February, I hit over $7,000 in sales because I was doing parties. I was opening my mouth and asking. I was recruiting. I worked my tail off, but you've got to do these things to be successful, okay? So one-on-one conversations are a must-have. Now, at this point, if you're like, Courtney, I'm not trying to do all that, I just want to make money off me and my friends, and that's great, then there's no point of me and you training to make it a business, okay? That's when you come to me and you say, hey, Courtney, this is all that I want. I just want to sell it to my mom, my sister, and my neighbors, and that's it. Then great. I will teach you how to, how the website works a little bit. And that's pretty much as far as our training goes, because there's nothing else. My purpose is to help you make this a business, but I'm also here to cheer you on if you want this to be a hobby. Like, I love my hobbyist, but I also like to be told up front, like, hey, I don't want a business of it, so, like, don't waste your time blowing my phone up, okay? So I appreciate that more than anything. 15 minutes a day, okay? 15 minutes a day in 4 increments is all you need for 6 months, and your business and your life will change. Give yourself 1 hour a day, or 45 minutes to an hour a day for 6 months of consistency, and your business will take off. I promise you. But you've got to stay consistent even in the hard times. So that is my best advice for that. Getting uncomfortable. If I give a challenge, or there's a challenge to the team, and you're like, no, there's no way that I'm doing that, then my best answer to that is, all right, well, why don't you try getting uncomfortable, and why don't we step it up and push yourself to do it, because that's how you're going to grow in this business. And you will not have any growth if you stay in your little comfort bubble, okay? You got to expand. Again, whenever I joined, Rachel was like, do this, go live, do that. And I'm like, you have lost your damn mind. I'm not going live on social media. And I finally was like, listen, and I remember when I jumped back in, I was like, if I'm going to take this seriously, I've got to treat it like a business, and I've got to do what my leaders are doing. And my leaders were showing up, showing their faces, showing the products. If you don't use social media and you're like, I'm not ready to show my face yet, then what I encourage you to do on social media is, if you have Instagram or Facebook stories, whatever ones you use, I actually use Instagram stories first. And in your Instagram story setting, you can link it to your Facebook stories. That way you're only posting one time and it posts to both platforms. What I recommend starting out with, brand new, no matter what level you are really actually at, is finding 2 of your favorite products and posting them every single day for 2 weeks. Okay? So if your favorite product is Scentsy Fresh and Freshen Up Pup, I'm just thinking on top of my head. Maybe you pick those 2 products so you have them on hand, okay? Well, then every single morning, I want you to shoot a little boomerang or a quick story of you spraying your bed, your couch, your curtains, whatever. Every single day for 2 weeks, you're going to do that. And then also every day for 2 weeks, you're going to show, I'm spraying my dog again, spraying my dog again, spraying my dog again, smells so good, that my bed doesn't stink. Talking about the products, whatever. But you're showcasing these 2 products for 2 weeks. Sorry. And then the next 2 weeks, you do 2 new products, whatever the case may be. But this shows a pattern of consistency to your customers, to people watching. Trust me, I have people watch my stories all the time. I always check out who's watching my stories. And usually the ones that are watching me for at least like 2 or 3 months, they typically tend to come to me and they're like, all right, girl, I've been watching you filter your diffuser for 3 months. I've been watching you change your wax for 6 months. I want a warmer. What do I need to get started? Well, we're going to do a party to get you started and get it for free. So people are watching you all the time. And if you're not showing up for your potential customers on your social media pages, and you're only focused on your VIP page, or you're not doing anything at all, then you're not going to grow. But you've got to show products. You have got to show products in your stories, okay? Show every night when you do dinner. Use counter clean to clean off your stove and your counters, and just shoot a quick 15-second video of you spraying and cleaning it. If there's a stain in your carpet, grab your all-purpose cleaner, put it in your carpets, and show them how to do that, okay? So all of that is ways that it's like just like going to Starbucks and getting a coffee, and you share your recipe on, all right guys, this is the coffee that I got today. Here's what I ordered and how I ordered it, right? It's the same way with Scentsy. Share your products, okay? Your customers want to see you using it and loving it. They can see it. They're not going to buy something from you if you're not even showing them how to do it, right? So that is my best tip for that. Okay, one-on-one texting. I want to make sure I got everything. Don't compare yourself. One-on-one texting, getting your stories, share, change your wax, 2 products a week for 2 weeks. Intentional on social media. That's the last thing I'm going to tell you guys. Intentional on social media. If you guys find yourself on Netflix, Hulu, watching TV all the time, binging, that's great. I'm a TV watcher. My TV is on 24/7 in my house, and then when I'm working, when the kids are at school, my TV is on. I'm not a music person. But I'm able to work while I watch TV. That's the thing. And if I start getting just too distracted, then I just turn it off and I just have the window open. But listen, be intentional on social media. So if you're scrolling your phone while you're on the toilet, if you're scrolling your phone while you're in the car and your husband's driving, you're sitting on the couch, you're scrolling your phone, you're on lunch break, you're scrolling your phone, just try to be intentional and like think about, okay, like when you're on social media and you're on Facebook and you're scrolling, try to be intentional. Okay, maybe every single day, we all scroll every single day, but maybe this time, now every day when you're scrolling, you're commenting on 3 to 5 people's statuses, right? And you're starting to build connections with the people that you're friends with on Instagram and Facebook. You're liking posts, you're commenting, you're saying, oh my God, cute sweater, whatever your thoughts are, oh my God, my daughter did that, oh my God, I hope your dog feels better, whatever the case may be, start being intentional on these platforms and building connections, because the more that you're posting, the more that you're interacting, the more your name pops up for everybody else too. And then all of a sudden they go to your page, they're like, oh dang, and they start seeing your Scentsy every day and they're like, okay, now I need to order. This is smart with social media. You've got to learn the algorithm. You've got to show up. So stop unintentionally scrolling and make them intentional on Instagram and Facebook, okay? Let's see, so shoot for 5 comments a day, 5 likes a day, connect, join like-minded Facebook groups. So plant moms, stay-at-home moms, you have a dog, whatever you have in common, join a group. Find a group, join it, and comment in it. And start getting to people, because eventually these people are going to add you on Facebook, they're going to find your social media, and they're going to eventually find out what you do, and that's how you gain new customers, okay? So I'm in all kinds of groups I literally have customers that I have met in these groups that have added me on Facebook, and then like weeks later after watching my stories for a while, they're like, hey girl, I met you on like the stay-at-home moms of Virginia Beach, and I added you, been watching your stories for a few weeks, how can I go and get a warmer? Can you set me up? Done. I don't even have to mention that I sell Scentsy, because they can go on my Facebook, they can see Scentsy in my bio, they see Scentsy images or like the Scentsy life or me and my Scentsy consultants on my Facebook page, they see Scentsy in my stories. I am branded Scentsy left and right, okay? And I want that image in their heads. So there's that. And then you can also brand yourself, your car, a wax decal, a t-shirt. You could do funny reels, whatever you want to do. Teacher gifts, bag parties, online parties. Yeah, that's like pretty much everything, guys. Oh my God, okay, I had to scroll this back. So yeah, I did Harry Potter decals with my Cricut for Harry Potter warmers. Oh, that's cute. That's a good idea, Glenda. So guys, that is everything. It is a lot. I am going to, this video will be posted obviously to our team page. I will pin it at the top. I'm going to download it and also upload it to YouTube, so everyone has it on YouTube. If you're like, you need a retrainer, that was a lot of information to take in, because it definitely was a lot, and you just want to focus on the first 90 days, go back, rewatch the first 10 minutes of this video, and go through that, okay? Go to Guide to Growth, watch the first video, but I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope it was helpful to my new girls. I'm excited for you guys. I hope it was, and also I will say this too for my new girls. When you get your stuff in, bring it to work. I'm so congested right now. Bring it to work, bring it to your family, bring it to your friends. Make little samples. That's right. Get a product list and a felt sample together. And your business, maybe you have a business card, maybe you don't, I don't know. But at least have your name somewhere on here. Mine is somewhere on here. Staple it, and then I do this all the time. I will bring it in the car with me and go to Starbucks. And when they hand you your coffee, you're like, hey girl, thanks so much. Just want to hand this to you. I have my own small business. If you have any questions, contact me, but I want to give this to you. Thank you so much. And you never know if they're your next new consultant. You never know. Okay, so think about that when you're going through drive-thrus. Make sure you have stuff in your car. Make sure you have stuff in your purse when you go to the store, and you have a nice cashier, or you see someone in the store, whatever the case may be. There's actually an SSD that did a training, and she is like one of our top SSDs, and she did a training, and it was so genius. She said that every time she always has stuff like this, whether it's just she could have just a business card. I make mine on Avery. Just a business card and a felt sample, and she will literally have like a bundle of these in her purse, and every time she goes to Walmart, every time she goes to Target, and she sees somebody like smelling the waxes in the Walmart, or got it, oh yes, I got the freaking fruit fly. Every time she sees someone smelling the waxes and whatnot, she actually goes up to them and she's like, hey, I noticed that you love fragrance because you're smelling waxes. Don't mean to intrude. Here's my card. Here's an awesome like fragrance option. I'm just, you know, shopping today, but here's this. And she gets orders like crazy doing that, because people will smell our wax and be like, that smells so good. I have yet to grow balls to do that, because that's out of my comfort zone, but it's something that I really want to work on this year, is like doing this in person to people at stores, because she gets so many orders doing that, and it's freaking genius. Okay, so that's my goal for this year. But anyways, that's it, guys. If you have any questions one-on-one with me, contact me, text me, and whatnot, and we will go from there. But other than that, I'm going to bed, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later.